Please rise for a moment of silence and salute to the flag. Salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Academic affairs. Something will be enforced.
The only thing that we have is an MOU, which is up for approval later on in the meeting with Commonwealth University.
All right, thank you. Bo is not with us. Do you have anything?
We have the coaches and student handbooks are on the agenda tonight.
Christine, do you have anything this time for us?
I'm trying to make it through that cough, so bear with me. When we finished out the fiscal year 25-26 budget, I think it's a very solid budget. It was thoughtfully constructed. We really calculated all the costs and used very conservative numbers. So the final budget, the total expenditures are $56,977,348,000. This represents a 2.58% increase over last year's budget, but it's still slightly below the mid-year 2024 inflation rate. The tax increase, the preliminary budget was at 3%, it came down to 2.5%. So what that means is based on the median average value in Columbia County, taxpayers achieve an increase of about $30, and based on the median assessed value in Luzerne County, it'll be about $40. Now our efforts to minimize the impact of the tax increase was really driven by some of the homestead farmstead owners. So the gambling tax fund and the Sterling Act reimbursement funds increased about 13%, so that gave us almost an extra $250,000. So when you add all these numbers together, the total allotment for the property tax relief funds is $1,909,221,000. So the occupants, last year the increase was $253.89, and this year it goes up to $350.19, and that's for both counties. Primary cost drivers for the budget this year, it just remains salaries and healthcare costs. So the salaries went up about $1.5 million, and the healthcare costs about $410,000. The trend also that we're seeing on top of that is the increased tuition for cyber charters and just charter schools in general, and that's just been trending that way over the past few years. One big thing that we changed this year, curriculum purchases and professional staff development, they've been centralized under the curriculum department, and this provides continuity in spending across all the buildings, so we're avoiding duplication of resources. It just promotes more of a cohesive instructional approach and a little bit more under control. We also did a very detailed review of the utilities, so our projections for next year for the increases for gas and electric were also included in that. The revenues, our projections are $56,334,997,000. So it gives us a little bit of slight deficit, but I really expect to balance out itself with more state funding, maybe some underspending. So I'm not too concerned about that. This year we collected 92% in Columbia County for real estate revenue and 94% in Luzerne County. So I feel there's still a deficit in there, and we're working on some options to get a higher intake rate. And the rest for the revenues, we budgeted the state basic education funding, the regular and block grant, the special education subsidy, plus, and we base them on last year's numbers because they haven't passed their budget yet. But if the state does, we also include a percentage of the anticipated increase when they do this. That's all.
Thank you. Brent, anything besides your update?
Mr. Caputo had asked me to mention about the McClure project. Is that okay? Quinn?
Yes.
Last week was basically our first week, and all the interior demo was completed in 1 week. They had 40 guys in here. So the ceilings that needed to be removed because they're being lowered to accommodate the ductwork was taken care of. All the old univents were taken out and removed. And this week they're getting our new units. The stand-up units are being delivered tomorrow, and so things are going along pretty rapidly. And as a matter of fact, I think as soon as all the lighting is here, which would be in a few days, they're going to man it with, there's supposed to be 25 to 30 electricians here to knock it all out in one shot with all the lighting. But everything's going along pretty well. I hate to say ahead of schedule, because you know what happens then when you say that, but everything's been good. Paul and I talk pretty much every day, sometimes even Saturday and Sunday, regarding it. I came in over the weekend on Saturday to check doors and everything to make sure they were locking things. There was a few things I texted the contractor about, you know, maybe could you check this? There was some lights left on, there was an air conditioner left on, but nothing major. So far so good. I'm anxiously anticipating, you know, getting some of these things back in so we can start seeing here in a few weeks the light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, everything so far with that project is good. Roof, of course, you know, this type of weather over the past number of weeks, they are slightly behind, and that would make sense. And the new freezer cooler project has started. They started the demolition on that today, and but all in all, everything, it's busy, but it's been pretty good so far.
Thank you. Mrs. Post, anything from the CSIU?
At our last meeting, they honored the high school students that sent in contributions, art contributions, and it was from 17 different school districts. Each artist who sent something in to be shown received $300, which I thought was really nice. And what they did was they recognized the teachers and the students and in a regular program. Now, if you want to see their artwork, it is it's in their gallery, so anybody will see it. We have 3 students that contributed: Molly Conrad, who's a 2025 class, Jamira Rombo's 2026 class, and Angel Parada 2026. So they each received $300. We want to thank these talented students and their teachers and their principals. Why should we make them thank
We did not have a policy committee since our last meeting. John, do you have anything from VOTEC?
No.
That brings us to the end of the committee portion. First order of business would be to approve meeting minutes from our regular meeting on May 12th.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve special board meeting minutes from June 4th. All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve budgetary transfers. All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve monthly bills. Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mrs. Capurlo. Yes. Mrs. Moyer.
Yes.
Mr. Nestle.
Yes.
Mrs. Post.
Yes.
And Mr. Yost.
Yes.
So, prior to the meeting, we had an executive session for Act 55 to fulfill Act 55 requirements. And that's the School Safety and Security Coordinator's report. Then also there was an executive session for personnel. Just to throw this out, depending on what what gets accomplished at tonight's meeting, you may want to consider not having a July meeting. We'll have one hire or at least one vacancy yet that we have to fill, but there is a provision for the superintendent, acting superintendent, or the superintendent to make a temporary hire if you wanted to forego that July meeting. And just a few other thoughts. I want to congratulate Cheyenne Hinkle and Kate Werthurst and the high school staff, and of course the class of 2025 for a really nice commencement exercise. I want to thank Krista and Brenda who were able to represent the board, and of course all the board members for their support throughout the school year. Again, it was just a unique experience for me to come in from the outside, and I had mentioned during the ceremony itself, I've been very impressed with the Berwick area community, whether it's the school community, the school district, or all just the community members in general. You have a tremendous amount of pride in your school district. You have a tremendous love for your students. It's been an ongoing pleasure to work with all of you. I want to thank our staff on our administrative staff, our instructional staff, our support staff on a successful 24-25 school year. I think again they did a great job providing the Berwick area students with a sound, quality education. I want to congratulate the Board of Education and their selection of Dr. Bendel as the district's next superintendent. I want to wish Dr. Bendel the best in his endeavors here at Berwick area. Some other notes. I was able to attend the governor's announcement for the AWS project, and I'm very excited for the school district. I want to thank Susan Schwartz for highlighting our student media team that was present there. That was a thrill for the students to interview the governor and to just be a part of all the mainstream media, all the TV crews that were there from the different stations, and get representation from the entire state were there. So it was a neat experience, very rewarding experience for those students. And again, I want to thank Susan for highlighting that, because that was sort of like the icing on the cake. And also, in the event we don't have a July meeting, I have my resignation as acting superintendent on this evening. My role as acting ends when Dr. Bendel starts, so that'll be right around August 4th or 5th, somewhere around there. But again, you have my commitment and so forth that between now and then, I'm here when you need me. I'll be on site at least one day a week, if not more as needed. And then again, I'm here 24/7 until Dr. Bendel takes over. That's my report.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anybody have any questions or comment on the administrative reports?
It's very impressive to go to graduation and see our own kids have these speeches.
Yep.
Very impressive.
They'd be great.
I think that's the way it should be. They did a good job.
I was trying to find the right comments, and the ones they were hard to find. That's how I felt about you all.
Brings us to our first round of public comment, agenda items only. Please state your name and township or borough. All right, we'll move on to general items. We have 5 items we'll approve with one motion. Anybody have any questions or comment on any of these items?
Motion to general fund.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Academic affairs, we have one item, the MOU with Commonwealth University. Motion to approve. All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. Got a few here for budget and finance. Homestead and farmstead exclusion resolution. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. So this next one will be a roll call to approve certain bill pays in the event that we do not have a July meeting. This will be the superintendent. Paul, motion to approve this?
Motion.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Coast?
Yes.
Mr. Nestle?
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower?
Yes.
Mrs. Curlо?
Yes.
And Mr. Hughes?
Yes. Budget and finance item number 3 is approval of the final budget for the 25-26 school year. Motion to approve. Anybody any comments on that? Roll call, please, Rachel.
Mrs. Moyer?
Yes.
Mrs. Curlо?
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower?
Yes.
Mr. Nestle?
Yes.
Mrs. Coast?
Yes.
And Mr. Hughes?
Yes. One transportation item for one driver, motion to approve Wayne Wheeler for Fishing Creek.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. Personnel, we have 11 items. We will do with one motion. Anybody have any questions on any of these? Motion to approve personnel items 1 through 11.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
You gotta see what you said.
Ayes have it with Mr. Eisenhower abstaining on B7. Personnel item number 12, approve Jamie Decker as an elementary teacher, beginning in bachelor step 1.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Eisenhower?
Yes.
Mrs. Curlо?
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Nestle?
Yes.
Mrs. Coast?
Yes.
And Mr. Hughes?
Yes. P13, approve Jillian Shincheva for middle school ELA, starting at master's plus 45, step number 10.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Eisenhower?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nestle,
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Caprella,
Yes.
Mrs. Post,
Yes.
and Mr. Yield.
Yes. 314, approve Ashley Funk to be middle school ELA teacher beginning at master's step 13.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Post,
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mrs. Caprella,
Yes.
Mr. Nestle,
Yes.
and Mr. Yield.
Yes. Personnel item 15, Elizabeth Haney to middle school math teacher starting at bachelor's step 1.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Caprella,
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Post,
Yes.
Mr. Nestle,
Yes.
and Mr. Yield.
Yes. P16, approve Kimberly McLaughlin, special education teacher, starting at master's plus 45, step 11.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Nestle,
Yes.
Mrs. Post,
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Caprella,
Yes.
and Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
and Mr. Yield.
Yes. P17, approve Michaela Hess as school guidance counselor, beginning at master's step number 4.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mrs. Caprella,
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mr. Nestle,
Yes.
Mrs. Post,
Yes.
and Mr. Yield.
Yes. Anyone have any old business to discuss? Anyone have any new business to discuss tonight?
Yeah, I do. Two things. One, we don't have a July meeting, Mr. Caputo, just thank you for your time spent in this smooth transition. And then, we appreciate your professionalism and everything you've done here. Second one, I wanted to have a conversation about possibly forming an AWS committee moving forward.
What are we doing with the committee?
Well, I think there's negotiations to be had, but also programming talked about. I think this is a huge opportunity for the district. We need a few hands on deck, so if I were form this, I would want an odd number of board members, Mr. Poole, as council, and probably a couple of administrators for some of the academic pieces. Thoughts?
Thoughts? Opposed to it? I think it's a bad idea.
Just a thought.
All right, we can form that committee anytime. Like that, the rest of the board, and then take this together. Just be able to call them and ask them if we would be willing to do it. So you think probably 3 board members?
That's probably.
So Mark, you know, too.
Right, yeah, Mark, that's 2 more. I'm on Mr. Hess to see if he'll do that when he gets back. I'll pick up a finger along the way. Anybody else have anything for new business? That brings us to our last round of public comment. Please state your name and township or borough.
Hello, board. My name is Tanner Cradle. I'm here to represent special needs children, wife and daughter. She does not really have home health aide to go to school with her. She requires a nurse to go to school with her. And she has been out of school since the first week of April. just because there is no nursing staff to go to school with her. So I am asking the board to do more about this, hire more nurses to be in classrooms for special needs children, hire more aides, etc. You guys got to do something about this. My child has missed so much school over the last several years, it is ridiculous. I get it, I understand, there's legalities around it and everything else, but we're just preventing her from social interaction and also just personal interaction. She's a social individual who loves going to school. Just do something about it. Something. Comments, please.
We'll do everything we can.
I so agree. God bless you.
You have time to stay afterwards to speak to Mr. Caputo?
Yeah, I'll arrange something.
All right. If that doesn't work out, we'll set something up.
Don't leave the meeting without talking to them about it. Okay?
Anyone else?
Crystal Mikulowski, Nestapek. I appreciate Mark's effort to make a committee with Amazon. Obviously, it was all over the news, and like he said, there is an excellent opportunity to make the most out of this, get the most tax dollars, in addition to that, to make the most out of what Amazon potentially has to offer this district. So I applaud his efforts to try to get the best bang for our buck, so to speak, from Amazon.
Last call. So Mr. Caputo already mentioned a couple items for our pre-meeting executive session. We had 3 personnel items in total and 2 security items. Our next meeting is currently scheduled for July 21st here in this room at 6 o'clock. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion